week last week. We had some late runners over the weekend, most notably Fluff, if you're familiar with those guys. Let's give you the first top 5 that I have going on here. Actually, I couldn't even narrow it down to 5. We got WONDERQUEST, Dizzy Dragons, Fluff, GUTTERCAT Gang, PUDGY Penguins, ARTBLOCKS Curated, Cool Cats, and my CURIO card. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Ron Jordan, your host, coming out of Rocinante Studios in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. Again, we're coming at you with the NFT Hotlist today. It was a crazy week last week. We had some late runners over the weekend, most notably Fluff, if you're familiar with those guys. Let's give you the first top 5 that I have going on here. Actually, I couldn't even narrow it down to 5. We got WONDERQUEST, Dizzy Dragons, Fluff, GUTTERCAT Gang, PUDGY Penguins, ARTBLOCKS Curated, Cool Cats, and my CURIO card. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to run this one solo, and I'm just going to run you through sort of how I'm breaking these things down, what tools I'm using, what factors that I'm putting into it, sort of the numbers behind these decisions and activity that I'm seeing. We are going to see some others that are going to come out of the woodwork, but these are the ones that I've seen a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people talking about. And lastly, I've been involved in some of these projects, not buying the projects, because as you all know, my ETH situation is not where it needs to be. I'm stacking ETH right now for other projects that I think will be coming out in the near term or long-term future from some of these like NFT 42, the studio there, Nameless Brand. There's a couple others that I'm really keeping an eye on, and I'm not really getting caught up in a lot of these other projects. So that being said, let's break it down. What I'm using as some of my tools is I'm using Twitter. I'm seeing how many Twitter followers these guys have. I'm using OpenSea and CryptoSlam to see the volume traded within the last 7 days, and then OpenSea total volume traded. Also, unique ownership. I think that's really important whenever we're talking about the projects and how many holders are involved, and then how many of the tokens are actually available. So in my opinion, if you have a large number of, let's say you have a 10,000 token project and you only have, let's say, 1,000 token holders, that's not very much unique ownership. And there's a lot of ability for those token holders to sway the market, kind of trickle effect what the project could do, what the floor is going to be, pulling sort of that Pranksy situation with the Bored Ape Yacht Club, where, you know, he ended up buying hundreds of the Bored Apes and then trickled them out, became a market maker. And I'm seeing that quite often in all of these other projects. So there's something to keep an eye on. Another part that I'm looking at is the Twitter followers. I'm trying to see how active they are on their Twitter, see how many followers they have, because obviously the more followers that you have, the more reach you're going to have. I'm also looking at total volume traded, and I'm getting that from OpenSea.io. And then lastly, I'm looking at their Discord. How much are they interacting on their Discord? How much are they putting out announcements and those types of things? The Discord for me is definitely, between Discord and Twitter, those seem to be the top 2 areas where you can gauge interaction between community and the leadership team. So let's break it down. Coming in at number 1, we have WonderQuest with 2.6 thousand owners, 5,156 Twitter followers. So far in the last 7 days, they've traded 66 ETH. And if we're looking here, and we'll just run through this real time, kind of go through the process. So if I go on to OpenSea.io and I type in WonderQuest, what's going to pop up here is some of the projects or some of the tokens. So if I click on one of them and then I click the little blue area where it says the WonderQuest with the check mark, I can go in here and see you have 10,000 items, 2.6 thousand owners. The floor price currently is 0.06, and they've traded 364 Ethereum. Now, that's quite a bit of Ethereum. If you talk about 364 Ethereum, and then Ethereum is, let's look that up here real quick on Coinbase. It's another app that I have on my phone, something that's easily downloadable on every single one of your smart devices. So Ethereum today is 3.1 thousand. So $3,100. So we can do the math, 364 ETH times 3,000. We'll just say 3,100. So they've traded total $1.1 million. That's a pretty significant project. Number two coming in, I'm talking Dizzy Dragons. So if we go again back into OpenSea, Dizzy Dragons, I have them written down here as they have 1.4 thousand owners, 2,820 Twitter followers. And then again, going back into Dizzy Dragons on OpenSea, click on one of those, click on the blue, and then that brings up 7.5 thousand items, 1.4 thousand owners. The floor price is currently 0.03, and we have 66 Ethereum traded. So again, you take that 66, we'll multiply it by 3,100, and you're talking about $200,000. Small project, but is making significant traction. Another one that we had late in the game was Fluff. So coming in at number 3, Fluff. And I believe we're calling this Fluff World. And it is blue tick. So it is we call this a blue chip project because it does have the check mark beside it. 10,000 items. We had 3.1 thousand owners. The floor price currently is 1.39 Ethereum. So you're just over, if you took, we'll just say 3,100, we'll multiply that by 1.4. So for one of these items, it's $4,340. And again, 6.5 thousand, 6.5 times, seems to be a $20 million project, 6,500. For some reason, that doesn't make any sense to me, but I think that's correct. So it's a $20 million project. Then the numbers were just too big for me to understand. So anyhow, yeah, Fluff, $20 million project already. I believe it came out on Saturday. And let me get back to Gary here. I'm going to edit all this out. All right, let's see if he gets back to us. That's on his Telegram. He put out a message on Twitter, said you can message me directly now on Telegram. So there we go. I just messaged him directly. I said, good morning, Gary. He said, good morning. How are you today? I said, doing great. Chopping up a podcast about our top 5 NFT last week and top 5 this week. Any insights on upcoming week? Anything you're looking at? So we'll see what he says. Coming in at number 4 is GUTTERCAT Gang. So unique ownership is 1.5 thousand. They have 13,800 Twitter followers, and then they have traded 6.3 thousand in Ethereum. So again, that's another, $20 million project. We're looking at a pretty extensive ownership list there. They do have a very active Discord. I know that a lot of the guys in the Discord are very bullish on their metaverse situation. They also have these a secondary citizen, they may call them, or the Gutter Rat Gang. And then they also have things that I purchased over the weekend because it's part of my it's within my budget, was the Catlax. So something to keep an eye out on is that GutterCat Gang. They are really making a push for it. Again, they've traded 6.3 thousand Ethereum. Really, really big project there. Coming in here at number 5 is Pudgy Penguins. So they did 3.6 thousand Ethereum. They have 3.7 thousand unique owners. They have about 7,400 Twitter followers. So we're talking, again, a $10 million project with Pudgy Penguins. Pretty impressive. I don't know that it was that much because Ethereum did just go up. If you're looking at the Coinbase app, you can see that trend there. A couple other projects that I had my eye on was ARTBLOCKS Curated, Cool Cats, My Curio cards. Those were 3 projects that I was looking at. I don't know a whole lot about those projects. However, those are projects that were, whenever we're talking about some of the tools that I'm using, again, CryptoSlam is one of those tools that I'm using. So I go to CryptoSlam, I'll go to 7-day, which will give you the NFT collectible rankings by sales volume. And I go down through, And you can see within the last 7 days, the top projects that are in there. Again, I'll run through them here. Number 1, Axie Infinity. Number 2, CryptoPunks. Number 3, Bored Ape Yacht Club. Number 4, ARTBLOCKS. 5, Meebits. 6, Curio Cards. 7, Bored Ape Kennel Club. 8, World of Women. 9, Animatas. And 10, VFriends. So those are the top 10 in the last 7 days. And if you did last 24 hours, we got Axie Infinity, Bored Ape Yacht Club, ARTBLOCKS, CryptoPunks, World of Women, Meebits, Bored Ape Kennel Club, NBA Top Shots, Curio Cards, and then Zed Run, Mooncat, Supducks, VFriends, Animatas. So you can go on here, man, and really go after it, looking at 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, all time. Right now, all time, we're looking at Axie Infinity, NBA Top Shot, CryptoPunks, Bored Ape Yacht Club, ARTBLOCKS, Meebits, So Rare, Zed Run, Hash Masks, Bored Ape Kennel Club, CryptoKitties, VFriends. And you can run down this list and really go into it. Another tool that I'm using right now is NFTcatcher.io, of course, because if you go into NFTcatcher.io, you're able to then look at some of the upcoming projects, some of the projects that have already dropped. These are the things that we're looking at, the tools that I'm using. So I hope that you guys were able to get something out of this, give you some new tools in your toolbox. I'm using Twitter, CryptoSlam, OpenSea, Discord, seeing the unique ownership, looking at total volume traded, looking at activity in their Discord. Also, you're looking at all of the other projects that are similar to them and how they're doing. So if you're looking at the profile picture projects, if you're looking at like this fluff project that just came through, which is you get audio as well with a really, really nice artwork on there. So it almost looks like 3-dimensional, and that whole project there. Again, that thing dropped, I believe it was Saturday night. 10 o'clock is whenever I came hip to it. And I hope you guys found this great, interesting. It's useful. And as always, enjoy the journey. Take care, guys. Have a great day.